to talk to you today about is a course I've been running called St. Augustine, Saint and Philosopher. Now, St. Augustine is not a household name, and very few people have actually heard of him, but it's thanks to St. Augustine that we have the foundation of a lot of Western thought. St. Augustine was a Roman. He died about 406 AD, and it was him who put together a Western way of thinking, if you like. It's St. Augustine who established the organisation, the rituals, the ideology of the Catholic Church. It was St. Augustine who wrote the Confessions, a story of how he became converted to Christianity. And so as a result of that, he was the person who wrote, I suppose, the first autobiography, the first psychological account of how you change what you believe and in what circumstances. I'm not very fond of St. Augustine myself, but he's one of those people that we have to study. He's one of those people who we find it difficult to study, and we have to remember that when we judge people, when we analyse people, we have to look at those people we like and we dislike. It's St. Augustine who developed the idea of the Garden of Eden, the fall of humans, the idea of sin that was passed from generation to generation in Western Christianity. It was Augustine who first tried to work out why bad things happened to good people and why bad people seem to get away with it all. He's the person who helped us reflect. He's the person who probably established and helped encourage monasticism in the West. And though he's been gone 1700 years, the dead hand of St. Augustine affects us all. He's as important to the West as Marx, Freud, Nietzsche. And I have a suspicion that Nietzsche and St. Augustine stand as polar opposites in philosophy, each trying to work out what the next age will bring and trying to work out how we deal with morality in a different world. For St. Augustine, we were moving from a pagan world to a Christian world. For Nietzsche, we were moving from a Judeo-Christian world to a world where morality was something that had collapsed. The death of God. Augustine is, if you like, responsible for putting the idea of Christian ideas. Before any of you jump at a point and say we shouldn't use words like the death of God, remember that that word, the death of God, first originates from Martin Luther. Nietzsche was not describing a society how it should be. We were not saying what society should be like, he was saying how society is. So if we think of St. Augustine and Nietzsche as polar opposites of modern Indo-European world, that's why I'm doing this course. And it'll make you think, it'll make you challenge yourself, and you'll work many things out. Might even help you work out how to think radically and challenge people you don't like. Anyway, thanks a lot.